All right, good afternoon. There's a number of injuries that I have on this list, and I'm going to read through them, try to make sure that what I articulate to you guys is very clear and to the point. And I want to start with the quarterbacks first. So Tyrod and Justin, they won't be practicing today. All right, and we'll see exactly how they progress during the week. So today, Brady will be getting all the first-team reps. You guys might have already found out that we signed Adrian Martinez, who was with us during camp. So there's a plan for the quarterbacks. Either way it works out during the week that we got all our bases covered. So that'll be able to help us. And the other guys, so Mason won't be practicing. AZ, Kiko, Stone Smart, Brees, Quincy, Harrison, those guys will not be practicing today, but I'm looking forward to seeing how those guys progress during the week. A number of those guys are out because of rest, so I look forward to those guys actually playing in the game. Brady, Cook, Tony, Cam, those guys will be full go. I know they're on the injury report, but they'll be full go today, so I hope that brings a little clarity to what you guys see on the injury report. When it comes to this game, two things that really stick out with this team is, one, they're running the ball really, really well. Coach has done a really good job of implementing the running game. I know this coach very well, played against him when he was in Tampa. And also, man, they are taking the ball away at a high number on defense. So Campanelli's doing a really good job when it comes to that. It's going to be a tough game. It's a team that's head of that division. So we look forward to the challenge of going out there and playing this game. There's a number of things that we got to improve on this week. We have flushed the last game. We're moving forward. We're going on the grass today to improve, and that's all that matters to us right now. So any questions?
So, Aaron, with the quarterback situation, so is Brady going to start?
I just answered that early. We'll see how this week progresses.
Okay, so it's a day-to-day thing?
We'll see how this week progresses.
If those guys don't, if Tyrod or Justin don't practice tomorrow, can they still be in line?
Again, they won't practice today. We'll see how it progresses during the week.
What did you think of Brady and what he did?
You guys asked me that question on Monday, but I thought he did a pretty good job. It was a tough situation for him with Tyrod going down and him not getting all the reps with the first team, but I thought he came in and did a pretty good job.
I guess a better question I probably should have asked you there was, with some first-team reps, which he's obviously getting today, and perhaps could get more of, what can that do for him?
Man, that does a lot for any quarterback, especially with getting building like continuity with the rest of the guys. Set points as far as where he's going to be at for the O-line. Receiver, quarterback communication. Like anytime you get reps like that with the first team with a different quarterback, it always helps. So, again, it'll be good for him. But, again, we'll see how this week progresses when it comes to our quarterback situation.
Is there something you like about, like we know Justin's got mobility and athleticism, Taylor, you know what he's been. Is there something you like about Brady? Yeah,
that's the reason why we got him here. He's smart, he's tough, he's competitive. A number of traits that you want in a quarterback, So any guy that we got here, there's a reason why they're here.
Did you said Reese a long list?
Yes, yes.
Is he injured or is he?
Yes. Listen, he has a little soreness with his knee, just like a number of these guys. At this point in the year, listen, for week 15, for us to hit this now, I'm pretty impressed with the way the guys have been taking care of themselves. So again, a lot of it is just maintenance for the most part, so we can get our guys rested to get ready to play.
What have you thought of your pass rush?
The pass rush. I feel like we can always improve in that area. I mean, obviously, JJ's coming back from the Achilles, so he's getting himself right back going. That's not an excuse, but that's just reality. I think Will's been up and down for the most part, and he knows that. We need him to get going. He knows it. And any of our blitzes need to get home. And there's a number of times we're one-on-one. We got to win those one-on-one. So I think during the season that you see sometimes we'll have 6 sacks. Other times we won't have any. So it's been very inconsistent for the most part. And everybody knows that. That's an area that we got to get better at.
With Jermaine, you played it close to the vest early in the season. He had an injury, ankle. Did that set him back in your eyes?
I don't want to say it set him back. I think him coming off that Achilles of just getting back going, getting the ankle flexion going, being able to bend the corner, all those things, man, it takes a while to get back from that. So, and I saw him improve week after week. And then I think he had another smaller injury. Again, but I don't want to call it a setback. I just think it's more of him getting back acclimated to who he used to be when he had those 12 or 13 sacks that one year.
When you went back and looked, I know you said there was missed tackles, but was there anything else you saw in the run game that,
Gap integrity showed up. And usually in that type of run scheme, man, you have to be able to get your hands on. You have to be able to move, get your feet going. And, man, those guys did a really good job. I'm talking about Miami in that aspect. So, but gap integrity is a huge issue, plus the mixed tackles.
Has Jimmy and Sherwood lived up to your expectations for him?
As far as
Just the way he's been playing this year?
you know what, I think every player on the defense will feel that they can do better. Listen, there's some expectations that I like that he's done, and there's some things I wish he would do better. That's with every player. That's even with myself. But I think he's done a lot of good things for us, and I'm expecting him to continue to grow in the job as being the Mike linebacker.
You mentioned the gap integrity on those first couple of drives on Sunday. There were a couple of runs was he involved in some of those?
To me, it's the whole defense. Run game consists of the whole defense. You know, even if someone does get cut out of a gap, man, you have other guys to get ready to take control of. Now, we don't play defense that way, but if it happens, that's how we have to get ready to play. So that run defense consists of all of us, even the corners, right, when they get ready to come in on the tackle.
when you talk about, on the call the other day, you talked about how you have to do a better job of articulating how you want every phase to look.
Yeah.
Have you not done that? Like, how do you evaluate that when you talk about?
When did I say that?
When we were talking about Steve Wilkes, and that you have to communicate better how you want all three phases to look.
No, we talk about how, we have a philosophy on how we want to play offense, defense, and special teams. And we talk about that quite a bit. So I don't know where that statement comes from that you're talking about.
Well, that's what you said at the end of this, when we asked about Steve Wilkes, that, you have to communicate how you want everything to look.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You said
No disrespect, I'm just saying.
on Sunday you were obviously it was the heat of the moment of the game, and you were talking about you're evaluating everything, players,
Yep.
coaches, all that kind of stuff. With these defensive players that you've said, everybody feels like they do better.
Yeah.
Is there can it be coaching there too? Are they maybe not in the right places to succeed?
Listen, when I say that statement, man, I'm not sugarcoating anything. Yes, I evaluate everything. That's what a head coach is supposed to do. That shouldn't be a surprise at all. I evaluate myself first. I evaluate the coaches. I evaluate the players. There's a certain way that we want to play, and if you don't evaluate that, then what are you doing? So that shouldn't be a surprise that I say that.
No, I was just asking if when you're analyzing all this stuff.
Yep.
And you talk to Steve, for example, on some of the stuff that's going on in defense.
Yep.
Are there other spots there that you think that maybe he can do better with these guys?
Yeah, those are things that I keep in house between me and him. I will never tell you guys that.
Can you give us an update on Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, he hasn't been active just yet as far as the practice, so I'll wait on the docs and make sure we get that done.
Couple more, but not this week, obviously.
He hasn't been put out there, opened up just yet.
Yeah.
Have you seen a difference in Trevor Lawrence when you look at the film as the season's gone on, adjusting the Cohen system?
You know what? I have. I think the one thing that he's doing, he's always been able to run the ball. I mean, that's been a strong point of his. But you see him managing the offense a lot better. I know the word out there was, man, he has struggled completing the deep ball. I thought he did a hell of a job last week completing it. So I just think offensively they have a philosophy that's working well with the quarterback of them running the ball, of him having this efficient passing game, and then taking the shots when they're there. And I think that's working out really well for him. But the way they're complementing each other, offense and defense, I think he's doing a good job with that.
What do you see? We've talked so much about the interception thing.
Yep.
I think he's got 15 picks. What do you see in their defense?
They have 15 picks?
Yeah, I think so, something like that.
He has 11.
What's that?
He has 11.
No.
Oh, their defense. Gotcha.
Defensively, they're obviously closing the deal on the picks.
Yeah.
What are you seeing on their defense when you look at film in terms of why they were able to make that many?
You know what? I wish I had the answer to that. But they're doing a hell of a job. And it's not just the interceptions. It's the fumbles also. And they're a very, very aggressive defense. They have an attacking style that really puts a lot of pressure on the quarterback, which obviously, allows for those picks to happen. And, man, listen, this has been somewhat of, and I don't want to say historic, but this has been one of those seasons for Lloyd. Man, he's in the right place at the right time. I've always thought he was a good player. All right, but this year I think he's taken to another level with the interceptions that he got and also being able to punch the ball out.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, fellas.